foot soldiers. Our facilitators are kind of on the front lines, and they can be sort of like play ninjas.
We're paid to be here, we're paid to play, we're paid to be free and creative.
It's improv, it's yes-anding to all the weird things, and just being willing to be a complete goofball and do really strange things with kids.
It's almost like it's like an educational performance, which is just, it's so fun to do that and then get kids really excited about playing and exploring, and then they have no clue that they're learning and they're building skills.
We provide this shell within which they can explore their potential through the act of play and just do whatever they want, really, and have us encourage them towards that end.
So when you arrive at our museum, you are greeted at the front door, the front desk, by a facilitator. And you go through admissions at the front desk, and then you head into the museum. Our museum is 2 floors, all very open floor plan, and there's no set path for exploring our exhibits. So a lot of people feel a little intimidated by that, but most kids, if you let them go, they know what to do when they go find something that interests them. During that, they might encounter a facilitator, and a facilitator is there to ensure the safety of kids, to play with them, to give them attention, to prompt them, to help them learn so many different things.
I really think that facilitators are what set us apart as a museum. One of their main jobs is to play with kids.
They are the life givers of play. They're full of prompts and ideas and the power to lift a child up, to get their ideas to come out and to get them to talk about things.
I think a lot of people, maybe even most people, have experience where they felt that they weren't being heard, or they weren't interesting, or they were unimportant. And I think a lot of kids come here have those feelings too. Facilitators that we have on staff are trained to find those kids, to look for kids who look like they want to play with somebody but don't necessarily have someone with them that they can play with, and maybe they're too shy to talk to another kid. So our facilitators will find them. They will play with them, they will let those kids be in charge, they'll empower them so that they have value, and their own ideas are important and are interesting, and an adult is listening to what they say and doing what they want them to do within reason.
This is such a good idea! Yeah, let's go make dinner or lunch. Yeah. Both.
I feel like as adults, we will often say play is really important for children, but we don't always show it with our actions. It's really hard to be intentional about it with how busy schedules get, and a lot of the time when we're at home, we're doing screen time, looking at our phones, trying to figure out the busyness of life, and that's where facilitators come in. When the kids come here, it's undivided attention. We as adults are showing them how important play is by experiencing it with them and experiencing it fully and with joy, not as a distraction and not as something that we're just quick doing.
So there's a lot of people who don't experience play on a daily basis, and that's something that we really want to shine a light on at the museum. When we have kids come in who maybe don't have that same experience at home, maybe aren't told to be creative, or don't have the resources to create things on their own or experience play at the level that we can provide. Being a facilitator, that's what it's all about for me. It's about engaging with these kids in a way that's unique and a way that'll kind of guide them into their own creativity.
We are all, as facilitators, coming from different backgrounds and have just this wide range of talents. We have all of these things to contribute together, and I love how much they fit like cogs and support each other in our play.
We have introverts, we have extroverts, and those mean different things, but when interacting with kids are all so different that we can meet them where they're at with their experience, and I may have a better time reaching a kid than another facilitator will.
There was a boy yesterday, and he was building something with Imagination Playground, and I could tell he sort of had an idea, but the physical reality of those giant blue blocks was difficult for him. I think I see that a lot, where children know what they want to do, but their motor skills aren't there yet, or it's still kind of hard, but ours are. So, I mean, just in that instance, I was able to like steady things for him so they wouldn't fall over, which seemed to bother him. The falling over part seemed to bother him, so I would steady things for him so he could like build more, and I would help him sort of connect things that were maybe sort of confusing for him because the balance was tricky. And so I think that's a role that we can have in like helping kids play in the way that they want to.
Kids really appreciate it when you help them engage with the exhibits. I was working with the dental exhibit that's in our little GR area, and I started helping a little girl brush the teeth of our little mannequin, and eventually, you know, we started making sounds together and got this rapport going, and then eventually she turned to me and she put a toothbrush up to my heart and started brushing it and said, "I'm brushing your heart."
We are these playful adults, and we have this open-ended play mission that we're all a part of at the museum. So maybe I see a children with their parents, and their parents are like, "No, you have to paint it like this, or you have to play that musical instrument like this," or they're kind of creating structure in our museum. And I think it's great that we get to come along and try to break that open and create a more open-ended scenario.
I was playing with a little boy who's about 4 or 5. We were playing at the bubble table, and so essentially how it works is you have these rings that you make bubbles out of, and the real kind of magic of our experience happened when both of us, you know, put the rings aside and just dug our hands into the soap, and you know, we started making all kinds of bubbles with our hands, and it was a neat experience because it helped to show that you can think outside of the box, and that play doesn't have to be what's provided to you. It can be what your imagination brings to that experience.
I think the open-ended aspect of play here at the museum is so important because it allows kids to really act out and play with what's on their mind. So maybe they have a question or a curiosity or something they're already becoming passionate about as little people, and they can experiment with it and learn whatever they can while they're here.
If you give kids respect as an equal, then all of a sudden these amazing ideas will come back. And if you treat their play like it's a very serious thing, because it is to them, they're in it. If you treat their play like it means something and that it's important, you get a lot of great feedback, and you'll be able to form a rapport. And
a lot of what I focus on when I'm working with kids is understanding what their directive is at the time. What are they working towards already, and how can I push that idea in a way that does not detract from their personal goals, but maybe inspires a new train of thought and can manipulate the style of play to be exploratory.
And it's amazing how brilliant and intelligent and creative and passionate you find out kids are if you just explore the thing they want to explore instead of wishing or expecting them to explore the things that we care about.
In the same way that we prompt our guests who come in telling them there is no set path for their play, there's no set path for our facilitating for the day.
one thing that's good about specifically I guess our ability to like move throughout a floor of the museum is that you can stay with a kid as they move from one place to another if you're really engaging with a kid. You know, kids have short attention spans, so they might want to move on to something else, but you can move with them, or the play can sort of evolve from one thing to the next, or you can combine areas of the museum.
So I could follow a kid all the way around a floor and experience music making with a kid, but then also drawing, but then also building a tower, and just being able to fluidly move from place to place. Shows kids that people want to be involved with them.
I think it's important for us to engage with them, because then they're like, hey, there's someone paying attention to me, someone wants to play with me, and I think it's a very positive influence on them, and just something positive, because maybe they're not getting that at home, maybe they're not getting that at school.
They get ignored all the time. They're ignored throughout their entire life, and we don't have to do that. We can talk to each one of them and listen to their ideas and help them see their ideas into fruition, and that's what makes it really special here, is because you come to this building and you're heard and your ideas come true.
Whole pot in there.
Nice job.
I think it's really hard for parents because they have so many responsibilities and so many things on their plate, so much time invested in the survival of their kids and the caretaking of their kids. They don't always have time to just let go and play.
Sometimes parents will come in and just kind of follow their kids and watch their kids play, and it's really fun to try to encourage the parents through my play with the kids to play as well and to get engaged with the exhibits.
Well, it's great to interact with kids, but it's also so great to be able to create a way for parents to healthily interact with their kids and to make them feel special and important.
And there was 2 little girls, and we were playing for a really long time, building things, and I got them to like sneakily invite their dad over to play too, because he was kind of off on the side, and he just seemed a little bit uncomfortable, like, oh, there's kids playing, I don't really know what to do. And so I started like telling them secrets of how to like bring their dad in, be like, ask your dad if he can help you stack this really tall piece. And it was a really like amazing interaction, and I ended up stepping out and the girls were playing just with their dad, and it was so beautiful. He just was figuring out how to play and how to like be silly with his daughters.
A lot of the experiences I've had with parents and children here, they keep coming back because of us as facilitators. They come back because they want that interaction that we bring to the environment, that level of energy, that level of creativity.
It's really beautiful when kids get done playing with you and they ask you when you'll be here next, or ask their parents, oh, when can we come back and see her and play with her again?
The people that are here, they're not here for the money, they're not here for anything other than just the experience. It really feels like they're all genuine people. That role, I think, really attracts genuine people who just love kids and love creativity and have a passion for the arts and play.
The folks I work with, incredibly creative folks, unique and exploratory and weird in great ways, and incredibly authentic with these kids.
One thing about this time, you won't escape me this time. Oh wow, are we gonna try to eat some sand? Let's see. Well, Tiggy, you won't escape me this time. No way, man! How's this keep happening? Okay. I'm gonna think about this for a long time.
I think the facilitators are really important, and they are the most important part of our organization in terms of what they can do to help kids feel strong and important and great.
I may be biased because I am a facilitator, but at the end of the day, I really feel that the facilitators are the heart of this place. Just the passion that they bring here really brings the magic And I just couldn't imagine this place without facilitators. It would be a little bit more of just a museum, you know, kind of a mausoleum. I mean, the life of this place is in the facilitators.
It's a big part of what being a facilitator is. A lot of people ask if we just play all day, and yeah, we do just play all day, but it's so much bigger than that. It's building families, it's helping make sure that every kid feels heard and listened to. It's making sure that every kid leaves here feeling better about themselves than they did when they came in. So it's, you know, tiny things like that that are beyond just picking up and playing.
It's like a weird mix of play, but there's magic in there too. And it comes from the kids, but we're there to help them along.